with a stick out of knock to 3. Elena gets in and just blows him up.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome back to Bob Suiter's Capital Ice Arena here in Middleton, Wisconsin. It's the Chicago Mission Gang Green taking on Minnesota1 dressed in neon orange. Your lineup, starting lineup for Gang Green is going to be Chuck, Carter, and Pazin. Your blue liners are going to be Rosen and G. Face off one for G. In the net's going to be Maddie Laxton. There's 15 minutes on the clock. Inside the zone, it's going to be offsides. It's going to be your call. As that got knocked down by Minnesota right there at the blue line. And so with 14:49 to go here in the first period, going to face off just outside the zone, right in front of the Minnesota benches. Charlie along the boards, has it in the middle. Carter wins the face-off cleanly back for Rosen. Rosen in center ice, chipped one forward, intercepted by Minnesota, right in front of G. One-on-one, back checking is Chuck. Curling around, Gianna forces the fire it, knocked down by top of the right circle. Poke check by Carter in the jersey of Chuck. Out of the zone, Charlie's going to slam it over the boards on the far side. Picked up by Minnesota, regrouping, bouncing puck is loose, left wing hash marks inside the zone. Charlie on a forcing along with Pazin trapping here in the right wing corner. It's out to the boards, cut off by Rosen. Rosen, right hash marks. Pazin lost her stick, and into the corner it goes for the Minnesota1. It looked like the Minnesota Machine and dressed in orange, but they're not quite that orange, Minnesota Machine. And then the outside toward pass Sell in front of Bessie, bottom left right circle, center across to nobody here in the inside for Pazin. Pazin's going to backhand it down behind the goal line for Lyric over to Sell. Sell behind the net of Laxton here on the far side. Chipped it up in the air towards Chalberg. Bouncing puck is loose at center ice. Collected by Minnesota. Dunford blows a tire. Here comes Minnesota the other way, and a 2-on-2. Back checking is going to be Chalberg. Centering pass across, tipped away past Laxton in the right wing corner, and it's picked up by Wilsey. Wilsey over to Sophia. Sophia sends it out towards Claire. Claire in a one-on-one with Sophia coming up the ice. It's Chalberg, wide left, coming across, bottom left dot. Looking to Havik, gets taken down in the right left wing corner. Picked up by Minnesota. Knocked down by Sophia. Chopped up by Chalberg from her knees. And Minnesota fishes it out here, sending it off here to the right corner. Sticked off by Monaco. Picked up by the Minnesota. Coming out, going to split Lyric on Sell. And here they're coming around right in front of Sell. Sell poke checks into the left wing corner it goes. And Minnesota maintains control. Wilsey fishing it out here underneath the net from Laxton. left to right, sends it out to Sophia. Sophia up off the boards, knocked down by the shin guards of Minnesota. Right back into the corner it goes by the Zamdors and rings around here to the inside. Picked up by Wilsey once again, left to right. Up the boards here for Chalberg. Chalberg tried to send it out, kept in by Minnesota. Back in the hands of Dunford. Dunford sends it off to the far side. It's Monaco in a foot race from the inside. Knocked down by Minnesota. Right back in the hands of the right hash marks. Bessie does with Sophia. Sophia sends it down. It's going to be an icing. And we're going to bring that one all the way back. 12:59 to go here in the first. And Coach Shannon goes for the line change. Faceoff makes its way to the right wing circle to the left of Laxton. Your lineup now is going to be the one-man wrecking crew, Elena Monaco, Sarah Reeder at center, Bornhoft in the right wing. And it's going to be Roth and the 65-pound ninja assassin on D, and then picked up by Reeder. Reeder to Monaco. Monaco chips it forward to Bornhoft. Is Bornhoft in a one-on-one with two back checkers. Bornhoft across the blue line, makes a move top of the left circle. Poke checked away by Minnesota. Back out the blue line, knocked down by Roth. That's offsides as it trickled out of the zone. And we'll get a whistle and a face-off just outside the zone, right in front of the Minnesota bench. Coach Shannon stands pat. Bornhoft in the middle, Monaco along the boards. Reeder sends it in deep in the left wing corner. It's Roth and Warrington on the blue line from left to right. Cut off by Elaine in the left wing corner. Bornhoft fishing it out. Chipped it back over to Monaco. Bornhoft blows the tire. Reeder on the devil's door fires a shot. No rebound given. Get a little bit of pushing and shoving there in front of the net. Watch out for the one-man wrecking crew. She might be 5'1", but she plays like she's 6'3". Monaco and Bornhoft switch. Monaco goes to the slot. Bornhoft top of the left circle on the far side. Reeder at center, tied up by Minnesota. Going to left wing corner. Monaco going to work. Battles it off. Body hook puck. Gives it to Bornhoft. Bornhoft left hash marks. Had Roth open. Got picked off by the Minnesota. And Monaco goes to work in the left wing corner. She gets taken out. Reeder comes in for support. And it's swung around here to the inside. Warrington pinching in. Knocks it down. And the guys keep with the right hash marks. 3 orange jerseys all over Warrington. Back in the hands of Reeder. Reeder looking for Bornhoft in the slot. Knocked down by Minnesota. Come right back out. Thrown across the blue line. And it's going to be Roth in a foot race. Back checking is Heflin. All the way across to the far side. Minnesota coming in. Roth puts a body on it. Knocked it free. And the puck's going to trickle down behind Laxton. And Heflin slams it up here to the inside for Bornhoft. Bornhoft's got Reeder breaking. Pass behind her out at center ice. Thrown away into the boards right in front of the penalty boxes by Minnesota. And cutting across in front of Roth. Roth chipped it and slams it back up to the far side. Here comes Helen Lane on the ice now. And it's Roth. Roth knuckling out here to Bornhoft. Cut off by Minnesota. Going back the other way. And past Helen here. Top of the left circle in front of Warrington. High slot. Back across. Picked up by Rosen. Back into the corner it goes for Warrington and Helen Lane. And they're going to shove it forward to Bornhoft. Bornhoft to Heflin. And that puck trickles off a Minnesota stick and it's going to go far side. And it's picked up by the Minnesota machine, or they call them machine because they're orange. Here on the inside, Helen right on the near side with Heflin and Hankey. Puck's fished out by Minnesota. Looking across ice on a far poke checked away by Hankey in the left wing corner. Emma battling it on the boards in the corner. Coming in is going to be G to position. Helen Lane on the defensive side of it. 3 green jerseys versus 2 orange. And it's going to be Minnesota coming up here on the near side. Rosen picks it up in the neutral ice over to Prodel. Prodel knocked free by Minnesota. Back in the hands in the zone, or back inside the zone. It's Carter here on the forecheck. Carter going all the way on the right wing corner, gets the inside position. Charlie on the right post. Carter come back around, sends it out high left point for G. G over to Pazin slot. Pazin fires one over the crossbar of the glass. And it's picked up by Carter Harris, rubbed off on the puck. Pazin comes in on the forecheck, forces to throw it up the ice. And here's Minnesota on the breakout. Off the forward stick, all the way in front of the mission bench. It's going to be picked up by Gianna. Gianna's going to send it behind the net of Laxton for Rosen. Rosen picks up the loose change, comes around, reverses the ice, left to right over to Charlie for the breakout. Up towards Pazin, cut off by Minnesota, and kept inside the zone. Right back in the hands of G. Top right circle, doesn't see it. Picked her stick is Minnesota, firing a shot. Blocker save into the netting by Laxton. And with 10:26 to go, we're going to get a whistle. And a face-off inside the zone. And Mission goes for the line change. Your lineup now is going to be Sophia Monaco, Haley Dunford, Claire Chalberg. It's going to be Sel and Bessie on the blue line. In the slot goes Bessie, then Monaco. Chalberg makes her way over to the half wall. And Sel down in the quarter. Dunford on the face-off. Send it to the feet of Sel. Picked up by Minnesota. Chopped it by Wilsey. Chalberg coming in for support. Now it's in the left wing corner for Dunford. Dunford knocked it free for Bessie. Bessie sends it up off the boards trying to get it to Monaco. Knocked down by Minnesota. 3 orange jerseys down behind the goal line. Back into the corner it goes, off to the right side for Sel. Sel looking to get it over to Chalberg. Chalberg up the ice, at her feet, sends it forward for Sophia. Sophia tied up a stick by Minnesota and picked up by Chalberg. Chalberg backhands it inside the zone. Knocked down by Minnesota, reversing the ice quick. Here they're coming the other way. Oh, sauced across, just missing is Sophia Monaco on the interception. And it's picked up by Sel right hashmark. Sends it back out of zone, kept in by Minnesota, walks the blue line. Up and out of zone, no, picked up by Sophia. It's Sophia here on the near side, across center ice, now to the blue line. Sends it in deep, puck's gonna ring around from right to left. Gonna be Chalberg going behind the net along with Monaco. Monaco hits the brakes, fishing it out, pinned in by one, knocked off the puck, and here comes Minnesota. Out past Dunford. They're breaking the other way in a 2-on-2 with Dunford back checking. Make it 3-on-2. Knocked up in the air by Bessie. Right in front, it's going to be Dunford and Chalberg. It's going to be a 3-on-2 with Bornhoff. Joins the motion of the Chalberg in the slot. And out of her hands over to Bornhoff in the left wing corner. Bornhoff, left hash marks, left dot. Knocked off the puck by Minnesota. In the left wing corner it goes. Moving it back out. Warrington and Roth on the blue line now. Chalberg still out there. Reeder makes her way on the ice. It's Bornhoff, left dot. Bornhoff waits, pops patiently, bottom left circle. Behind Roth. Roth, left hash marks, fires a shot. And the goaltender flashing the leather as she makes the save. Let's take a look at that again. Bornhoff patiently waiting. Fakes the pass to Reeder. Drops it for Roth there. High left hash marks. Fires one, but the goaltender snatches it out of midair. With 9:10 to go, Michigan completes the line change. The one-man wrecking crew makes their way to the hash marks here on the inside. Bornhoff fires one left slot and gets it. Goaltender makes the save once again. And we're going to get a face-off in the left wing circle. Monaco still in the slot. Bornhoff top of the left circle. Roth and Warrington left to right. Bornhoff off the face-off. Back in the hands of Reeder. Reeder in the slot. Lost off her stick as his poke checked away, but she maintains control. Mohawks are crowned. Sends it over to Bornhoff. Bornhoff looking for the backhand shot. Nope, curls around to the outside. Send it pass across. Minnesota playing tight point on the defense, and it's going to be Monaco going to work in the corner with Roth and Bornhoff. Puck is going to trickle out here. Knocked away by Bornhoff, picked up by Monaco, who sends it back into the left wing corner. Bringing it around from left to right. Minnesota cut off by Bornhoff at the right post, and Minnesota comes back, sends it out to Warrington. Warrington keeps it in. Minnesota in trouble here, needs a line change. Puck trickling off to the far side. Trapping is Monaco and Bornhoff. Bornhoff left dot, sticks across, pass for Reeder. Reeder fires a shot. Rebound, save out the back to the hands of Reeder. Reeder on the right near side now. Looking for the cross-ice pass for Roth. Roth one-timer in the hands of Bornhoff and knocked away by Minnesota in the left wing corner. Heflin makes her way to the slot. Sending a pass for Reeder. Knocked away, covered up by the goaltender. We're going to get a whistle as it slid across the slot there. Hef looking for the dirty goal there on the front. Look at Bornhoff, comes around left dot, patiently waits, sends a pass across for Reeder. Reeder's stick was tied up and slid in front of the goaltender. Heflin there waiting for it, but goaltender smothers it. So with 8:14 to go here, what's the 3H club out there? Heflin, Helen, and Hankey. Minnesota winning the faceoff in front of Rosen and G, and here they come the other way, right up the ice in front of Rosen. Makes a move around Amanda, poke check by G, loose change swatted at by Helen in the left wing corner. Helen throws it down below looking to get to Gianna, and Minnesota intercepting quick, and it's picked up by Helen on the picked her pocket there and sends it forward to Heflin. It's Heflin and Hankey in a 2-on-1. It's Hef with the inside position, high in the slot, hung up, picked up by Hankey. Hankey looking to fire one, knocked away by Minnesota, and it's picked up by Minnesota coming the other way looking for a 3-on-2 with Helen Lane back checking. Here comes Orange on the outside, send it towards G in front of the Michigan benches. Gianna curls back around, top of the right circle inside her own zone, making her way behind the net of Laxton, right to left. Coming across, cycling off for Amanda. Orange trapping down low. Girls from green better pay attention. They're sending 3 girls below the goal line. It's Amanda up the far side, right in front of the Michigan benches now. Knocked off the puck by Orange back inside the zone. It's going to be a 2-on-2 in front of Hankey and G. Rosen back checking, right circle. Gianna's going to carry into the corner, popped it free. Number 51 from her knees now, sends it back in the right wing corner. Heffa coming down to chop at it. And back in the hands of Carter Hare. Monaco comes in, center pass in front of Rosen, firing a shot wide left in front of that. It's going to be Hankey here on the near side. Hankey sends it out to the left point. Carter Hare coming in, sauce back inside the zone, collected by G. G curls back around to her forehand underneath the net. Sends it across the far side for Heflin, cut off by Minnesota there right by the Zamdors. And it's going to be Minnesota going to work, right half work. Out to the right point, picked up coming as Hankey, goes across top the left circle, going to fire a shot off the shin guards of Rosen. And Amanda picks up the loose change, knuckling out towards the blue line, kept in by Minnesota. Fires another shot, blocked by Hare. Picked up by Minnesota once again. High at the blue line here, 4 orange jerseys up high, and it's back here left wing half wall for Amanda. Mission in trouble, need a line change here. Out to the left point, sent back in by Minnesota in the hands of Rosen. Knocked down by Minnesota, swatted at by Carter. Miranda blows a tire, picks it back up in the left wing corner, chipping it out towards Hankey. Nope, thrown back in the right wing corner for G. G on the far side, sauces it out of the zone. She's going to throw it out. That's going to be an icing. And we're going to bring that one all the way back. 6:17 to go here in the first period. And so far, it's been a lot of orange here the last couple minutes. Coach Shannon goes for the line change. Your lineup now is going to be Chuck, Carter, and Pazin. Sell and Bessie on the blue line. In the right wing corner, Sell pops it free for Chuck. Chuck to the right half, one in front of the Zamdors. They're trying to send it out towards Hare. Hare sends it out to the point, kept in by Minnesota. Poke check by Chuck. Out of the zone it goes, and Minnesota going to work. Knocked down by Charlie right in front of the penalty boxes here. And a battle ensues. Charlie goes down, tossed across in front of Sell. And here comes Minnesota inside the zone. Sell gets the inside position, slaps that into the left right wing corner. And picked off by Minnesota. Chopped at by Carter Hare. Loose change collected by Wilsey. Throws it right up the boards. And it's going to be Minnesota with 4 orange jerseys on one side, leaving the entire weak side wide open. It's Sell in the corner. I'm going with Chuck. 3 orange jerseys on that puck now right now. Backing off as a defenseman. 1 girl top F3. It's 2-on-2 battle. Carter at the right dot, Bessie in the slot, Pazin high at the point. Knocked free from Carter, picked up by Sell. Sell cutting on right to left. Sends it back into the corner for Bessie. But knocked down by Minnesota. Loose change collected by Chuck. Chuck's got Pazin breaking. Pazin splits the knee, cuts across. It's Evie with speed. Can she get to the inside? Tied up by Minnesota. Sends it off here to the right wing hash marks. Evie goes into the corner now. Knocked it free out to the right point. Picked up by Bessie. Sends it back in, but that's going to be offsides. And we're going to get a whistle with 5:13 to go here in the first. And Mission goes for the line change. Your lineup now, Chalberg, Dunford, and Sophia Monaco, and it's going to be Roth and Warrington on the blue line. Face off for Monaco. Monaco sends it past Roth, and Roth over her stick and towards the Mission benches. One harassing on Roth. Roth behind the net of Blackson, right to left. Sends a bouncing pass over to Sophia. Sophia sends it across to Dunford. Behind Dunford, picked up by Minnesota, sent it right back in. Sophia going to work. Roth gets knocked off the puck. Puck is sent around here to the inside. Warrington here in the left wing corner. Two girls from Minnesota on it. Coming down is going to be Dunford for support. Picked up by Minnesota. Monaco left wing hash marks now. Trying to ship it forward on the offensive side is Sophia. Looking to fish it out is number 81 towards Dunford. Monaco backhands it forward, knocked down by the Minnesota D. And back in the hands of Sophia, who chips it out of the zone. Picked up by Minnesota, going across ice, just past Chalberg, looking for the pickoff there. And right in front of Mission benches. Chalberg chops at it. Picked up by Minnesota. Kicked forward by Minnesota once again. Then over for Roth. Roth over to Sophia. And Sophia comes trucking in here hard to the right wing circle. Up and out of the zone it goes for Minnesota. Knocked down by Chalberg. Inside it goes. Minnesota throws it right back out. Knocked down by Claire. Claire and Dunford going to work in the 2-on-2 battle. Backing off is Sophia. Here to the inside in front of the penalty boxes. Monaco slams her into the wall, knocks it free for Warrington. Warrington across for Sophia, tips it forward inside the zone. And it's going to be Chalberg over here on the inside. Minnesota goes D to D. Right back the other way. Pumping it is going to be Warrington. Knocked down by Minnesota. Across the blue line for Roth. Poke check free by Tate. Coming into Sophia. Backhanded down to the left wing corners. Minnesota. Here comes Roth. 30 pass up front. Saved by Laxton. No goal as she flashes the leather on it. And it looks like the net was off. Oh, it didn't go in. Let's see what happens there. Net was off, but it did go over Laxton's glove, but the net was off, so it's no goal. And the face-off goes into the left wing corner. And Green better get out to sleep here this morning because it looks like they're walking through this game right now. Your lineup is going to be Elena Monaco, Sarah Reeder, Bornhoff. It's going to be Rosen and G. And it's Bornhoff from her legs, out to the left point for Minnesota. Looking to fire a shot, blocked by Bornhoff, out to the right point. Fires one again. Tied up. Monaco had a stick tied up there. The puck heads off in the right wing corner. And it's Minnesota controlling. Centering pass. Got behind the inside of the Mission. Picked up by Bornhoff here on the near side. Sent up towards Elena. Elena breaking up the ice. Here comes the one-man wrecking crew. Right hash marks. Curling around on the right wing corner. Net taken off the puck by Minnesota. Reeder takes the bad route on the outside. Picked up on the left wing corner. It's Elena Monaco and Reeder going to work. Reeder left hash marks now. Sends it out to the left point for G. G sends it right back into the corner for Bornhoff. Bringing it around from Bornhoff in the right wing corner. Picked up by Minnesota here on the near side. Cut off by Rosen. Rosen stopped it down, covering D as Reeder. Back here to the inside. Minnesota come with a loose change and a one-on-one in front of G. Top of the left circle, making a move around her. Gianna gets in front of her, pushes her off in the right wing corner, and it's picked up by Minnesota in the corner. Cut off by Gianna, puts her into the wall, and Minnesota blows the tire. It's Rosen coming in now. Here comes Reeder for support to fish it out. And it's Reeder in the right wing corner. Hangs on to it. Mohawks it out to Monaco. Bad bounce off the Zamdors for Bornhoff. Bornhoff back over to Elena. Elena across center ice. Now she's going to get it in deep. And Mission are going to go for a line change. Stopped by the goaltender. Going to chip it down in the right wing corner. And here comes Helen Lane along with Heffon and Hankey out there in the forecheck. Helen makes a move, popped it free. Helen right on the Devil's door. Fires a shot off the post in the left wing corner. It goes picked up by Sell. Sell firing for it. Back in the hands of Helen. Helen left hash mark sticked away by the defenseman of Minnesota. And the puck heads in the right wing corner. And Minnesota on the breakoff cut off by Helen Lane. And regrouping down low is Minnesota. D-to-D pass on the far side. Hankey on the forecheck now. Little fan on a pass there. Cut off by Heffa. Kept in by Helen. Helen slams it up off the glass. Back into the left wing corner. And ringing around from left to right. Helen and Heff on the forecheck. Here comes Minnesota. Sauce here to the inside for the breakout. Trying for the cross-ice pass. Cut off by Pazin. Pazin takes her over. Picked up by Sell. Sell fires one in. Wide left of the goal line. It's going to be Pazin on the forecheck. Cut off by Minnesota. Heavy harassing. Coming down is Heflin. Sent off here to the near side. Looks like Gangrene getting some life here. Sent in front of him out here to the inside for Carter. Carter, right hash mark. Sends it back into the corner for Heff. Got Pazin on the front. Good steps. And it's going to be right wing corner Minnesota going to work with 2-on-2. Puck travels off behind the net of the goaltender right to left. And knocked away by Carter, picked up by Pazin, and Minnesota sending it up here to the inside, pinching in his Bessie. Here I'm right on the half wall now, backing off is Pazin covering D. Minnesota going cross ice, cut off by Chuck. Chuck in the left wing corner now, got Carter right coming crashing in high F3 is going to be Bessie. I'm sorry, that was going to be, here comes Sophia Monaco. Proto fires a shot wide right of the goal line in the left wing corner, knocked down by Carter. Here comes Sophia. Sophia backhands it over to Sell. Sell fires from the high left point, right in front of the goaltender here to the inside. Bessie comes trucking in, pinching hard, Thrown past her. It's going to be Sell in a foot race along with Sophia Monaco on the back check. That puck gets down there. It's going to be an icing, no icing. Waved off. Picked up by Sell. Left to right. Here comes Wilsey. Puck protection out towards Chuck. Right in the hands of Minnesota. Knocked free by Charlie. Picked up by Wilsey once again. Sell trying to send it up towards Sophia. Off of Sophia's stick. It's tipped. It's going to be Sophia Monaco with speed towards the goaltender. Oh, just past Sophia. Right hash marks. Goaltender probably should have went the other way with it. Here comes Minnesota regrouping right in front of Bornhoff, in front of Roth. Roth poke checks it, picks her pocket is Bornhoff. It's Bornhoff then Monaco in a 2-on-2 with back checkers. Bornhoff cross blue line for Monaco. Monaco right down, back cross for Bornhoff. Oh, she's looking for Reeder and Bornhoff in the slot. It's picked up by Roth. Left hash mark, sends it down low for Sophia. Sophia with the one touch, try to get a Reeder knocked down by the defenseman. Sophia still in the behind the goal line. Sends it over to Bornhoff at the devil's door. Bornhoff fires one over the crossbar in the right wing corner. Back over to Warrington. Warrington to Reeder. Chuck down low for Sophia. Poke checked in the left wing corner is Bornhoff. Bornhoff going to work down low. Send it in for Roth. Roth backhands it up in the air. Jalmerson style. Knocked down by the defense and cut off by Reeder. Right in front of the goaltender. It goes for Reeder now in the right wing corner. Reeder going to work. Sophia is supporting down low. And it's going to be Reeder bottom right circle. Fires one across in front of the goaltender. In the left corner. Picked up by Roth. Roth, left wing hashmark, centering pass up, trying to get it to Sophia, knocked down Minnesota. Roth fires one in the right wing corner. Sophia comes here on the right side, shoves it out to Warrington. Warrington right point, cut off by Minnesota, back in the hands of, knocked down by Reeder, back in the hands of Minnesota, who's going to chip it out of the zone. Picked off by Bornhoff. Minnesota going for the line change. Here comes Bornhoff, and that sound is the end of the first period. So ice was tilted in the favor of green here in the last half of that period, which is a good sign, as the missions start to show signs of life. Then as we head to the first intermission, this first intermission brought to you by Villaggio's Italian Ristorante in Roselle, Illinois. Villaggio's voted the #1 Italian restaurant in Roselle by me. Stop in and see Berto, Edgar, Hugo, Brenda. Tell them I said hi, folks. And enjoy the first edition of the Player Spotlight here for today's game, Carter Hare. Welcome back, folks, for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world. Let's get ready for some second period hockey. Your starting lineup for the second period: Elena Monaco, Sarah Reeder, Alexis Bornhoff. It's Roth and Warrington on the blue line. Laxton has an F, 15 minutes on the clock. Reeder wins it over here to Roth. Roth up the ice across center now. Makes a move, covering D is Monaco. Roth in a slot, knocked free by Minnesota. And down behind the goal line it goes. Minnesota regrouping up the far side, cut off by Bornhoff. Pinching in is Warrington. Loose puck bouncing around, collected by Reeder. Reeder pulling around in front of center. Makes a move to the middle, chipping it forward to Bornhoff. Knocked free by Minnesota. Puck was inside his own for Elena. Elena Bornhoff. Knocked free by Minnesota. Sorry, didn't get the camera on that one. And it's Roth punching it in. Knocked down by Monaco. Back to the left point for Roth. Trickles over her stick. It's going to be Elena Monaco on the back check. High right zero coming across in front of Warrington. Makes a move, chopped free by Warrington. And Warrington sends it off here to the far side. It's Reese with time and space. Makes a move here to the inside. Reese coming up right across center now. Now makes a move up the middle. Firing a shot from the slot. Right in the goaltender's chest. No rebound given as Bornhoff and Reeder put pressure on it. And we'll get a whistle with 14:15 to go here in the first. Or second, rather. First. Scoreboard says second. So Coach Shannon goes for the line change. It's the 3H club up there. Heffa, Helen, and oh no, Sophia's out there. No Emma Hankey. And it's going to be Sal and Bessie on the blue line. Down behind the goal line for Heff and Helen. Helen in the left wing corner now, tied up by one. Helen comes late. Send across for Sophia, just off her stick. Far side, come pitching in is going to be Bessie. And backing off was Lyric, because Sophia thought she was going to come in, look at cover D. And that puck goes out of the zone for Sal. Sal curling around right here on the near side. Gets it across the center, drops it for Heffa. Heffa back across, looking to make it across, sends it over Bessie. Bessie across center ice now in front of the Mission benches, knuckling it in deep in front of the Zamdors, bringing it around from left to right. Cut off by the goaltender. Coming in is Minnesota, knocked down by Helen Lane on the left half wall, thrown out to the left point, kept in by Sal. Sell, left point, sends one knuckling back in behind the goal line. And it's going to be Heff going to work down behind the net. Sending off left wing corner. Coming in is Monaco to chip it free. And here comes Minnesota breaking on his own. Carter Hare comes in and forces her to throw it away on the far side for Bessie. Bessie slams one in deep. And the Michigan get the line change in. It's going to be Carter Hare on the forecheck. Carter right off the right post. Picks up the loose change left wing corner. She's got G at the left point. Comes around. Carter cross high for Rosen. Rosen high slot. Fires one low. Stick saved by the goaltender. Covered up. Knocked it free. And that's a Charlie Proto goal! Fires the shot from Rosen. Puck was loose and backhanded into the net by Chuck. And we got ourselves a 1-0 Mission lead. Girls are getting it a bit faster here at the end of the second period and beginning of the end of the first and beginning of the second. Mission with the a little bit better. They're responding with the punch in the mouth. And they're going right back at it. Inside the zone. It's going to be Chuck, Carter, and Pazin. Pazin leading its F1. And it's going to be Rosen and G on D. Here comes Minnesota breaking out. Cut off by Charlie at neutral ice. Picked her pocket. It's going to be Minnesota as she comes out the other way. Off the ice in front of Rosen. 2-on-4. Pass Carter. Poke check by Proto. Puck goes wide right of Laxton into the right wing corner for G. G bodied in. Curls around. Makes a forehand pass over to Hare. On the Devil's door. Out to the high right point. Firing a shot off the jersey of the Minnesota girl behind the net. That was a clean look. Looking for the tip. As Carter punched it free. Picked up by Rosen and Carter here on the near side. Carter over to Chuck. Chuck backhanded out towards Pazin. Out of the zone it goes. Michigan are going to be able to regroup here a little bit. And with 12:36 to go, Minnesota picks up the puck inside their own zone, pulling around here right to left. Pazin going to take her cross. Poke checked it free. Back in front of the penalty boxes. Minnesota D picks it up here. Cut off by Elena Monaco. Intercepted by Reeder with the fake. It's Reeder with a breakaway. High left hash marks. Forehand back in. Forehand. Fire shot. Rebound for Elena Monaco. Fire one. And that's for Elena Monaco. Chicago Mission goal! With 12:19 on the rebound, the one-man wrecking crew goes 5-hole. So you remember what Coach Dennis says, if you want money, you go to the bank. If you want bread, you go to the bakery. If you want goals, you go to the net. And it's 2-0, folks, just like that. It's Elena out there once again with Bornhoft and Reeder. It's going to be Roth and Warrington. Monaco there on the back check comes streaking across, forcing her to throw it away. And inside the zone back for Minnesota. Minnesota going to work in the corner. Send it back down left side. Coming out the slot. Poke check laid by Elena. Picked up by Warrington. Warrington shoves it across far side for Reeder. And Minnesota sends it out to the point. Cut off by Bornhoff. Bornhoff trying to knuckle it forward. Couldn't get it out of zone. Kept in by Minnesota. And Bornhoff makes a move on it. Backhand pass across for Elena. Off her stick across here to the inside. Minnesota comes back right up the ice. 3-on-2 the other way as they're regrouping. Right across top of the right circle, comes down. Roth picks it up, fires a shot, blocked by Warrington, sent back out to the point. That puck's going to trickle down. No icing as it's waved off, and it'll be picked up right here by Minnesota. Minnesota, top of the left circle, blocked by Bornhoff. Coming in is Chalberg, knuckling pass, picked up by Bornhoff on the interception. It's Bornhoff on a breakaway. Right in the slot, fires one shot, and that's Alexis Bornhoff. Chicago missing goal, top shelf, where Mama hides the cookies. At 11:26. Bornhoff buries one in, and it's 3-0, folks. That's 3 goals in just under 2 minutes. Waiting for the Minnesota coach to call timeout. If he's got one, he probably should use it right now. No timeouts, it sounds like, here in the Central District Showcase. Your lineup as Mission completes the line change is Chalberg, Dunford, and Sophia Monaco. It's Sell and Bessie. Bessie sends one up to Sophia. Sophia sends one forward, cut off by Minnesota. Here they come the other way, regrouping onto the ice. Poke check by Sell. Right back in the hands of Minnesota. Cuts the blue line, right circle. Coming in. Sell reaching, couldn't get a handle on it. Center pass across, out to Monaco. Monaco chipped it forward, gets taken down, picked up by Chalberg. It's Chalberg in a 1-on-2. Claire makes a move to the outside. It's Dunford and Monaco. Chalberg gets shoved off the puck. No call on the body check. Here comes Dunford. Sent off here to the inside. Pinching in his Sell. Sell left hash mark. Sent it down in the corner. Cut off by Monaco. Monaco to Dunford. Dunford across the Chalberg in a slot. Loose change picked up by Minnesota. Here they're coming out of zone. It's Sophia Monaco on the back check. All the way across in front of the Minnesota bench in front of Bessie. Bessie poked it into the left wing corner. It goes. Loose change collected by Minnesota. Looking for the centering pass. And Bessie chips her into the corner. Here on the near side. Centering pass high in the slot. Saved by Laxton. Rebound for Bessie. Bessie sends one to the left point. Kept in by Minnesota. Cut off by a stick of Monaco. Bouncing puck here into the air. Ringing around here to the inside for Sell. Sell trying to send it up towards Heff. And it's going to be in the right wing corner. Dunford going to work along with Bessie, or Sell rather. Pint coming in as Heff to try to fish it out as there's 4 orange jerseys on one side. Monaco high at the slot. Picked up by Bessie in front of the net. She's going to ring around to the far side. Bouncy puck up off the glass. Knocked down by Sophia at the blue line. Sends it out of his zone towards Heff, but intercepted by Minnesota. And with 10-12 to go, here Pitt, poke check by Heff. Knocked away by Bessie, still in the neutral zone. Here comes Helen and Hankey across in front of Bessie. High left side, fires a shot, saved by Langston. and she's going to cover. Nope. She still loose. And Bessie comes streaking in to shove her off the puck. And it sounds like they're going to throw Lyric in the box for knocking the girl over who was digging for the puck. So Lyric goes to the box for roughing as she protects Laxton. I don't mind that penalty. Can't let the girl dig at it, folks. This penalty kill brought to you by Classic Packaging of Northbrook, Illinois. Classic Packaging. You can't have a penalty without a box. Your PK unit out there now is going to be Hare and Prodel, Rosen and G, and it's going to be G in the corner to Rosen. Rosen sends it out towards Chuck. Chuck chips it out of the zone. It's Charlie with speed coming out of the zone, cut off by Minnesota. Puck is loose, picked back across. It's going to be offsides as Charlie was just across the blue line. We'll get a look at that replay there, but I'm pretty sure she was off as Carter came out of the zone or came into the zone with it. Let's see. We're just going to catch the end of it. Yeah, Chuck was offsides.
Yeah, I was like, what?
Your lineup stays the same. Charlie right in front of us, Hare at center, Rosen along the boards in front of the mission benches, and G playing safety. Here comes Minnesota right in front of Gianna now. Just across the blue line, throws it in off the stick of Hare, top of the right circle in the right wing corner. Carter coming around the net of Laxton, right to left. Puck trickles off a Chuck stick out of the zone, and Minnesota regrouping with 57 seconds to go on that Classic Packaging PK. Minnesota goes to the far side, cut off by Carter once again. Right hash marks now, forwards get a line change. Here comes Helen Lane along with Heffa, right in front of G. Right side, Gianna bodies her puck, blows a tire, but makes sure she doesn't get loose change. Thrown past G, picked up by Helen. Helen makes a move to the outside, headed toward Minnesota, benches across the blue line. Headmans the pass to Heflin. Heflin tried to shove one in between the legs of the defender. Knocked down by Helen at the blue line, kept inside the zone, and Helen gets knocked off the puck. Here comes Minnesota. Helen reaching out, sent it up just behind Helen, picked up by Roth at center ice, sends it right back in. That's going to be offsides, and we're going to get a whistle. And that faceoff's going to go back to center ice. And there's 23 seconds to go on that Classic Packaging PK. Roth makes her way up to the wing position. Helen in front of us, Heff on the far side, and Warrington is your other blue liner. Warrington sends it over to Heff, knocked down by Minnesota. Coming in is Helen to pick her pocket. Helen, top of the right circle, fires a shot, saved by the goaltender, who's going to cover it up. And we're going to get a whistle here with 12 seconds remaining on that Classic Packaging PK, and 8:42 to go here in the period. Mission goes for the line change. It's going to be Bornhoff, Reeder, along with Roth and Warrington. Reeder at her feet. Sends one across the slot. Picked off by Minnesota. Bornhoff gets to it, sends it in the left wing corner now. 8 seconds to go on that PK. Sends one towards Reeder. Knocked down by the goaltender. And back behind the goal line for Bornhoff. Bornhoff fighting versus one. That PK is over. And we're even strength. Bornhoff gets taken down. Left wing side. Coming on his Reeder on the forecheck. Knuckling up the air. Knocked down by Warrington. Picked up by Minnesota. Loose change collected by Elena Monaco, who's poke checked away by Minnesota. And it's Roth going to work here right to left behind Laxton. Curling around, bottom of the left circle with speed. Roth tried to send it up towards Bornhoff. Minnesota got a stick on it. Down behind the goal line, sent one back, knocked down by the 65-pound Ninja Assassin, sent off here to the near side for the one-man wrecking crew. Elena curls back around, throws it into the hands of Minnesota. Swing and miss by Roth, high in the slot. Poke checked by Bornhoff, picked up by Reeder. Reeder's got Bornhoff breaker. Reeder's got Monaco breaking. Bob pass for Elena. Here comes Elena, top left circle, sends it back across to Bornhoff. And it's picked up Bornhoff right hash marks. Cut off by 3 orange jerseys, picked up by Reeder. Here comes Reeder, left dot, coming in as Monaco. Pop free for Bornhoff. Minnesota takes it down by Bornhoff there. No call. I don't know if it was a trip or if she just blew a tire. Backing off on the defensive side as Monaco puts her in the wall. Puck is loose out at center for Bessie. And with 7:35 here to go in a second, Sell sends it up here to the inside. Minnesota, good back check there by them. Top of circle in front of Bessie. And Sell, left dot, fires one across. Tied up by Monaco on the back check here in the right wing corner for Reeder. Reeder trying to shove it forward the right half wall. Gets shoved off the puck. Monaco on the offensive side. It back down low for Sell. Sell shoves her off the centering pass. Tied up by Bessie. The puck travels off to the far side for Bornhoff. Bornhoff up off the glass it goes. And if it gets there, it's going to be an icing. Nope. It's going to knuckle down. It's going to give you a line change. Chalberg just took a stick to the grill trying to jump off the bench. And it's picked up by Sell at center. Thrown right back in the zone. It's Chalberg and Sophia Monaco on the forecheck. Down behind the goal line. Thrown past Monaco on the far side. Bad bounce up the Zam doors. And it's picked up by Sell at center ice. Sell curling back around the neutral. Backhands it forward. Cut off by Minnesota. Dunford with the inside position. Sending it across this Chalberg. Intercepted by Minnesota. And it's Chalberg, Dunford, and Monaco out there. Monaco right hash marks in front of the Zam doors now. That sends it out to Chalberg in between the legs from Sell. Sell sends one forward towards Chalberg. Chalberg tries to shove it towards Dunford. Knocked away by Minnesota. Back in the hands of Lyric. Lyric right up off the boards. Sends it right inside the zone. Ringing around from right to left towards the Zam doors. Here comes Sophia. Sophia gets the Zam doors. Gets shoved off the puck. Sent out of the zone by Minnesota. Back in the hands of Bessie. Goes D to D for G. G curling right around. Here comes G right at the boards. Monaco in the slot. Centering pass in the right wing corner. Monaco blows a tire. Picked up by Minnesota going the other way. Thrown past Dunford to Monaco. Icing if it gets there. That puck's going to go all the way down. He's waving it off. Not sure why he waved that one off. Monaco chips it forward to Rosen. Rosen and Chalberg up the ice with Monaco. Sophia, that is. Here comes Rosen up the near side. Across the blue line, top right. Monaco heads towards the slot. Rosen, bottom left circle. Fires a backhand block by the defenseman. Rosen maintains control. Back Dunford. Dunford with the one-timer. Back to the right dot. Here comes Minnesota out of the zone. Covering D is Chalberg. Rosen gets back in position now. Try to make a move around Gianna. She chips it free for Chalberg. Chalberg right in front of us. Slammed it forward to Dunford. Intercepted by Minnesota. Back in the hands of Chalberg as they set it forward. Chalberg with the high stick. No call. And picked up by Pazin. Thrown out of the zone by Minnesota. Cut off by Rosen and G. High right side. Gianna blows the tire in front of Laxton. Right hash marks. Poke check by Laxton into the right wing corner. Nice recovery by Maddie. Gianna gets up now, puts a body on it, knocked it free for Chalberg as Gianna slams her into the wall. No call on that one. Back in the hands of Hare. Thrown out to the outside is Minnesota. Coming across. Here comes Minnesota in front of Gianna. High left circle. Makes a move. Fire shot. Blocked by Gianna into the netting and go off the glass. Didn't make it out of play. Picked up by Carter. Carter over to G. G chipping it forward. Back in the hands of Minnesota. And Gianna in 2-on-2 battle. Carter sends it off to the left wing corner now. And it's picked up by Rosen and Pazin. On the hefting hash marks. Rosen gets it, sends it down. Tried to send it down. Knocked down by Minnesota. Chark coming in. Tried to chip it forward. It's Charlie in a one-on-one with back checkers. It's Pazin in tow. Carter high left. Chuck right dot. Curling back around. Gives a little bit of escape. Carter F3. Right dot. Throwing a pat shot towards the goaltender. Save into the right wing corner for Pazin. Pazin back over to Charlie. Charlie backhands it towards Warrington and sends it forward towards Minnesota. Makes a move around her. It's going to be Reese on the back check here. Makes a move and tripped her up. Yeah, it's going to be Warrington going to the box for tripping. With 4:40 to go here in the second period, the 65-pound Ninja Assassin heads to the box. So Warrington on the score sheet and makes her way over to the sin bin. And we head to the Dunkin' Donuts PK. America runs on Dunkin'. Dunkin' Donuts coffee, the official coffee of the Chicago Mission. Parents, your penalty kill unit out there now is going to be Helen and Hef up front. And it's going to be Sal and Bessie on the blue line. Firing a shot. Laxton with that one save. In the left wing corner. Helen battling it out with Minnesota here now. Makes a move around Bessie. Bottom left circle, left dot. Minnesota curling around. Helen takes away the high pass. Minnesota comes in. Poke check by Lyric. Back across. Firing shot. Over in the right wing corner here on the near side was Minnesota. And cut off by Heflin. And in this corner is going to be Sal. Two girls versus Sal. And Sal, Bessie sends it in the right wing corner back for Wilsey. Wilsey trying to muscle it out towards Heflin. Cut off at the hash marks by Minnesota. Cross ice pass cut off by Bessie. Knocked free from Sal towards Heflin. And Heflin's going to send it off to the far side here in front of those Minnesota benches across center. Hef's going to send it in deep. Down behind the goal line it goes. And to be picked up by Minnesota on the right post. Here comes Helen. Sauced over her stick. Coming the other way. Knocked down by Bornhoff. Bornhoff at the blue line. Picked up by Helen. Top punched off the puck by Minnesota. Here they're coming the other way in a 2-on-1 versus Bessie. Going for the line change. Try to make a move around Lyric. Stick saved by Laxton. And Lyric's going to the box for tripping. And it's going to be a 5-on-3 here for 31 seconds as Lyric gets her second penalty of the period. 3:41 to go here in the period. And it's going to be 5-on-3. This penalty kill, once again, brought to you by Dunkin' Donuts Coffee. America runs on Dunkin'. Dunkin' Donuts Coffee, the official coffee of the Chicago Mission. Parents, your penalty killers are going to be Roth and G, and it's going to be Reeder up front. Into the corner, cut off by Gianna. Popped it free right hash marks. Reeder comes in, then backs off. Out to the right point. Puck's going to trickle out of the zone, and Minnesota's going to have to regroup with 13 seconds to go on that 5-on-3. Minnesota breaking in the left side. Swing and a miss by Reeder. High point coming out towards Gianna. Firing a shot blocked by Gianna. Saved by Maxton. And a rebound shot fired in by Minnesota. And that's going to be 3 seconds to go on that 5-on-3. And they get on the board. It's 3-1. Goal was scored by, I believe that was number 19. With 3:13 to go. So it's 3-1, and they still are we're still shorthanded, folks. So it's 5-on-4 now. It's going to be Reeder along with Bornhoff. It's going to be Sell and Rosen. And Bornhoff sends one in deep. Down behind the goal line with 54 seconds to go on that penalty. Here in the inside, Bornhoff or Reeder sends that one. Sell sends that one back in. Picked up by Minnesota in the right wing corner. Past Bornhoff. Here they're coming the other way. Knocked away by a Reeder and still inside the zone. Bornhoff ties with a stick. Minnesota maintains control. Reader takes her far wide right. Sell poke checks, and then on the top of the right circle, loose change collected by Reader. Reader trying to send one out towards Bornhoff. Back in the hands of Bornhoff now. It's Bornhoff in a 1-on-2. Bornhoff at center, fires one. Saved by the goaltender. Sent off in the right wing corner. Bornhoff with the inside position. Right dot. Coming around, top of her circle, drops it for Rosen. Rosen comes in, bottom of her circle, fires a shot. Blocker save out to the point for Sell. Sell fires one over the crossbar in the right wing corner. Covering D is Bornhoff. Right hash marks. Bornhoff. Puck protection, throws a shoulder in the girl, and they blow her up. That girl from Minnesota didn't know what hit her. Just ran into a freight train in Bornhoff. And it's going to be Dunford who blows a tire coming off the bench. Picked up by Sell. Sell backhands 1-4, picked up by Minnesota. Back in the hands of Dunford, sends it into the right wing corner. Bornhoff goes for the line change. Here comes Dunford now, and that PK is over. And here comes Sophia Monaco on the ice. Minnesota throws it past Sophia. Poke check by Bessie. Picked up by Sell. Sell here on the near side. Sends it past Monaco. Picked up by Minnesota. Tossed across. Intercepted by Rosen. Rosen up the ice. Tied up by Minnesota. Coming in is Chalberg. Poke check by Monaco. Picked up by Rosen, who sends one in deep. Bringing it around from right to left. Here in the corner it goes. It's Dunford on the forecheck with Chalberg and Sophia. Sent up the boards. Cut off by Dunford. Fishing in is going to be Chalberg. Monaco backs off to the top of the left circle. Roth covers up the left point. And Rosen high right side. Warrington high right side. In the left wing corner, Minnesota giving chase, cut off by Chalberg and Monaco once again. It's a 2-on-2 battle. Monaco trying to hang on to it, sent towards Roth. Roth slamming it back into the corner, back out to the left corner for Roth. Just past Dunford, it's going to come out of the zone. It's going to be Kaylee in a foot race. Right up the boards there, cut off by Minnesota in the hands of Roth. Roth to Chalberg, send into the corner. It's Monaco going to work. Monaco gets the inside position, ties her up, fishes it out. Monaco looking to backhand it towards Chalberg, gets it over to Claire here on the inside. Claire, left hash mark, sending pass for Carter. Carter on the back door, fires a shot, saved by the goaltender, swatted away by the defense. Picked it up by Warrington, fends one back behind the net. It's going to be Chalberg and Carter here on the forecheck now. Up off the glass towards the left point, swatted out of the zone by Minnesota, picked up by Roth. Roth at center, sends one right back in deep as Chalberg gets onside. It's going to be Pazin and Carter here on the forecheck now, trapping from left to right, out to the right point, touch for it, almost intercepted by Chuck. And here comes Minnesota on a 1-on-2 in front of Warrington. High left side, Warrington's going to carry around the corner. Pinching in on the right side is going to be Roth now. Roth harassing out to the right point. The pass was taken away by Chuck, and Chuck popped it up in the air. Loose change back in the hands of Charlie. Was ordered by Carter. Far side pass for Pazin. Pazin's going to send it in deep. All the way in the right wing corner now. 32 seconds to go here in the second period. Pazin shoves up the puck. Here comes Charlie. Helen Lane, right hash marks. Sorry, pass from Charlie to Helen. Fire a shot as Pazin knocked off the puck. The puck is loose, but the net was off, so we'll get a whistle there with 23.7 seconds to go here in the second. And an offensive zone face-off for the Green Machine as Mission completes the line change. Your lineup now is the 3H club. Heff, Helen, and Hankey. It's Rosen and G&D. Helen on the face-off, one back with Minnesota jumping in on it real quick. And it's going to be a 1-on-1 in front of Junior center ice. Gianna puts a body on it, knocked it free. Rosen there collapsing on it, pick up loose change behind Laxton. Right to left, here comes Amanda. She's got Heff breaking up the ice. Pass up to Hankey to break on. It's Heff in a 1-on-1. Heff across the blue line, try to go around her, knocked away by the defenseman in the right wing corner. Heff puts her in the wall, picked up by Rosen. Rosen fires a clapper, tipped by Helen Lane, and it goes in the left wing corner. And that sound is the end of the second period. So at the end of 2, it's the Chicago Mission 3 and the Minnesota 1. As we head to the second intermission. This second intermission brought to you by Benny's Beverage Depot. If you can't find it at Benny's, it ain't worth drinking. Enjoy the intermission, folks, and our player spotlight for the second intermission, Helen Lane. Welcome back, folks. It's the final frame here in Madison for the third game of the showcase. Your starting lineup for the third period is Triple H, Heff, Hankey, and Helen. It's going to be Sell and Best at the blue line. Laxton still has the net. There's 15 minutes on the clock when this period started. And that puck's going to trickle inside the zone. Picked up by Minnesota here on the inside. And throw the pass off, intercepted by Helen Lane. Helen, right dot, comes walking in, fires a shot, saved by the goaltender, back rebound for Helen. Helen, left post, looking for the wraparound, and it's a Helen Lane goal! With 14:31 here to go. Helen gets on the board with the wraparound goal. As we head back to center ice. Your lineup now. Elena Monaco, Sarah Reeder, Alexis Bornhoff, Roth and Warrington on the blue line. Face off for Warrington, Roth rather, as she sends it in deep. That's going to be an icing. I actually didn't think that was an icing, but okay. We're going to bring that one all the way back. 14:25 to go. Face off to the right wing circle to the left of Laxton's glove. In the slot, it's going to be Warrington, then Bornhoff. Monaco along the half wall. Reeder at center, Roth in the corner. Monaco coming on the face-off, chipping it forward. It's going to be Monaco and Bornhoff. Monaco tried to fan on the pass there, but then she gets a handle on it, sends it across, intercepted by Minnesota. Right up the ice, Minnesota. Poke checked away by Warrington. Back in the hands of Reeder, sent inside the zone for Warrington. Warrington patiently waits, pulls it back, drawing into the forecheck. On the far side, pass towards Elena. Elena pinned in there, looking to fish it out. It's going to be Roth. Roth coming in now to knock it free. 3 orange jerseys, 2 of them on the defensive side. Reeder makes a move around the Minnesota girl. Here she comes at the ice on a one-on-one. Bornhoff on her right. Reeder comes across, right dot, fires one in for the slot, picked up by swat away by Minnesota. As Monaco and Bornhoff collapsed on it, but couldn't get a handle on it. Out past Warrington. Making a move out as Minnesota right in front of Roth. Back checking is Warrington. Poke check by Roth. And Minnesota goes in the left wing corner now. Coming in is Reeder for support. Second girl from Minnesota coming in. It's a 2-on-2 50-50 battle. Won by Minnesota. Knocked down by Bornhoff. Back in the hands of Minnesota. Chipped out to Monaco as by Bornhoff. That puck's going to go down. No icing as it's waved off. And it's Reeder on the forecheck. Here comes Chalberg along with Sophia Monaco. Sent up here to the inside. Chalberg on the forecheck. Knocked down by Claire. Right hash marks. Monaco breaks towards the slot. Chalberg on it back there for Monaco. Monaco the one-timer off the left post. And to the corner it goes back in the hands for Sophia and Chalberg. Monaco battling it out. Looks like she hangs onto it. And it's going to be the Minnesota girl falls forward. Pitching in is G. G right back in the hands of Claire. Bouncing over her stick in the right wing corner. Claire going to work here in the corner, tied up. Here comes Monaco for support. Dunford backing off as F3. Monaco shoved it off in the left wing corner. And it's the G come pinching in. Dunford covering on D. Shoved out of the zone by Minnesota as Monaco put a body on it. Loose change collected by Rosen. Rosen's got Chalberg here on the near side. Rosen's going to have to go around the net. Rosen up the ice, intercepted by Minnesota. Look to get it over to Chalberg. Chalberg sends it forward to Sophia. Sophia across center ice versus 3, sends it into the corner. Sophia with the inside position. She's got Dunford in the slot. Monaco curls back around to her forehand. Makes a move, sends it back down low. Backhand towards the slot for Dunford. Wide across, picked up by Gianna. Gianna sends it back down to the corner. It's Sophia going to work. Knocked down by Sofa for Jersey in the left right wing corner. Dunford coming in, knocked away by Chuck. Picked up by Minnesota. Backing off is Rosen. Thrown away in front. It's going to be collected by Bessie. Bessie here on the near side. Bob pass up toward Pazin. Pazin curls around the blue line. Sends it over to Rosen. Nice play. Back up for Pazin. Pazin between her legs. Knocked away by Minnesota. Coming in is Carter Hare to put a body on it right in front of the Minnesota benches. Chuck takes her down. Loose change for Bessie. Bessie over here to Rosen. Rosen across center ice. Sends 1-0 towards the goaltender. A little floater in there. Goaltender's going to play it. Carter comes crashing in hard. Chuck on the back check now. And is going to tie it up in front of the Minnesota benches. Right in front of Gangrene's bench now. Minnesota picks up the loose change. Thrown back D to D. Looking to go cross ice. And touched up front in front of Sell and Bessie. High left circle comes in right point. Sell poke checks it. And then behind the goal line of Laxton. Picked up by Bessie here on the near side. Bessie to Pazin, touching it forward for Carter. Carter's got Hef breaking. Carter, it's Hef in a one-on-one. Hef right hash marks. Shoved off the puck by Minnesota. And into the right wing corner it goes. That was a good play by the Minnesota D there. Puck is loose in front of the net. Knocked away by Bessie. Top of the left circle. All the way left wing half wall. Now Bessie sends it into the corner. Picked up by Heflin. Heflin's got Hanky open right point. Bessie fires one from the left hash marks. Saved by the goaltender. Picked up here on the near side. Past Heflin and Helen. Picked off by Sell. Sell high in the slot. Bodied off the puck by 3. Loose change for Helen. Back in the hands of Hef. Hef fired shot. Saved by the goaltender. And down behind the net. 2 girls in green fighting over it. It's Helen and Hef. And it's going to be Helen in the left wing corner. Poke checked away by Minnesota. Back over in the hands of Heflin. Left half wall. Sends it over to Sell. Sell. Left circle. Fires one. Blocked off a shin guard. Down behind the net. Regrouping is Helen. Helen tied up by 1. Blows a tire. Hanky trying to fish it in. Try to get over to Heflin. And it's Hanky and Helen from their knees batting out. Helen still trying to get that puck out as she finally makes her way to her skates. And backhanded pass across from the defenseman of Minnesota in the hands of Heflin. Out to the left point for Sell. 10:46 to go. Down the left half wall, intercepted by Minnesota. Thrown out of the zone for Sell, who curls back around to her forehand. And Mission regroups and gets onside. Hanky the lone forechecker as Minnesota goes for the line change, or Mission goes for the line change. Pinching in is Warrington. Chipped out of the zone by Minnesota. That's going to be collected by Reeder, left hash marks. All the way down behind the goal line of Laxton. Left to right. Here comes Reeder. Monaco on her right. Bornhoff to center. Thrown away by Reeder all the way towards the goaltender. She's going to have to play it. Tipped it free. Reeder coming in, or Bornhoff coming in. The goaltender makes a nice pass on that one. Pinching in is Warrington right there just outside the blue line of neutral ice. Picked up by Monaco. Monaco sends a pass to Roth. Roth over to Bornhoff. Bouncing pass just past the reaching hands of Alexis. Minnesota regrouping going D to D. Thrown past Elena. Right up the ice. Picked up by Roth. Roth backhand across to Bornhoff. It's Bornhoff, Elena, and Monaco. Sauced over to Reeder on the far side. Or it's Reeder, Elena, and Bornhoff. Reeder harassing down behind the net of the goaltender. Picked up by Bornhoff. Monaco high in the slot. Bornhoff tried to get it to Monaco. No go. Backhand against once again. Bornhoff tried to pass it out to Monaco. Out to the left point for Roth. Roth sends one towards the net. Saved by the goaltender. Knuckling up in the air. And Reeder comes streaking in, and she got slashed at. And yep, they're going to call a high stick on that girl for a crack in Reeder. Right in the grill there, it looked like. And Mission's headed to the one-man advantage with 9:39 to go here in the third period. That's number 11 going in the box. And the Mission are headed to the one-man advantage. This power play brought to you by Jay's Beef in Montrose, Narragansett, and Harwood Heights. Jay's Beef. You've tried the rest, now try the best. Stop in and see Jay, Johnny, Frankie, the Fortuna brothers. Tell them I said hi, folks. Your power play unit out there now is going to be Proto. Proto fires one across the reed. It's Reeder and Bornhoff. And your blue liners are going to be a little R&R. Roth and Rosen. Rosen up the ice for Chuck. Chuck at center ice. Couldn't get a handle on the pass. And it's intercepted by Minnesota. Cut off by Roth. Roth rubs her off the wall. Minnesota trailing. Good filling the lane there. Bottom left circle. And Minnesota coming around from left to right. All the way across the far side. Make a move. Poke check by Bornhoff. And there's a minute 3 remaining on that power play. Pass towards Reeder. And intercepted by Minnesota. And they're come right back up the ice. Backhanded inside the zone. It's going to be Rosen in a foot race in the left wing corner. Amanda gets the inside position. Bodies are off the puck. And Amanda waiting for help to arrive. Amanda gets shoved down by the girl. Oh, can't get the camera over the left wing corner there. And it's picked up by Reeder. Reeder to the outside for Bornhoff. Bornhoff touching it forward to Chuck. It's 2-on-2 with Reeder and Proto. And here comes Charlie at top left circle. Reeder makes her way to the slot. Sauced one behind the net. Here to the right wing corner. Coming in is going to be Gianna and Bessie and blue liners. Cut off by G. Over her stick that goes for Minnesota. Here they come in a 2-on-1 with Paz and back checking. Lyric's going to fire a block a shot there. Pazin gets knocked off the puck. Sent off to the far side for Sophia. Sophia going to shove one forward towards Helen. And it's nope, she's going to hang on to it. Sophia, top left circle, coming down. Bottom left dot. Comes in, fires a shot. Off the back of the net it goes. Picked up by Sophia on a rebound. She's got G open right point. Send it out to Gianna. Gianna goes cross ice for Bessie. Bessie with the one-timer. Fan of Monaco. Monaco tips in the left corner. It's at her feet. Picked up by Pazin. Pazin shoves one forward. Back in the hands of Helen. Down behind the goal line. Monaco backing off high slot. Helen on the left wing corner. Pazin on the left post. Monaco right side. Helen out to the left point for Bessie. Bessie blows a tire. That power plays over. She blocked it with a knee. Thank God that would have been a breakaway. And it's picked up by Helen. Bottom of the circle fires a shot. Blocker save. Sophia couldn't get a handle on. Cut off by the Minnesota D. And back out to the left point. Knocked down by Lyric. Bouncing puck is loose. Back checking is Pazin. Loose change collected by Bessie right in front of the Minnesota benches. Cut out is Helen Lane. And it's Monaco and Pazin covering D. And it's G and Pazin covering D on that one. Send it to the corner. It's going to be Pazin going to work in the right wing corner now. Pazin down, send it across D to D. Puck's in a ring past Gianna, picked up by Sophia here, left wing corner. Sophia fishes it out, sends it right back down low for G. G over to Bessie, D to D. Monaco breaking up the ice, sauced it up towards Sophia, passed her legs out to Minnesota. Knocked down by Sophia at center ice. Good stick by number 81, but couldn't maintain control of it. Cut off by Minnesota. There's a dirty play by a hip check by number 5 in open ice. And picked up by Gianna. Gianna down behind the goal line there. Out bottom of the circle, fired a shot, blocked by Sophia. And back in the hands of G in the right wing corner, shoved off by Minnesota. Minnesota maintaining control. Gianna shoves her off right half wall, cut off by Heflin. And it goes in the right wing corner. Gianna sends it across D to D, off of the stick of one of the players, picked up by Bessie. Bessie out to Sophia. Couldn't get a handle on it. Out number 10 of defenseman of Minnesota. And Minnesota goes to work. Lyric slashes at it here to the inside. Picked up by Dunford. It's Dunford, Bessie, and Sophia going to work. Half top of the slot there. And Gianna battling it up, down, or holding on to it in left wing corner. It's Sophia going to work here on the near side with Bessie. Dunford lost her stick. Coach calling for Kaylee. Kaylee backs off now. Backing off is Bessie. Into the hands of Bessie. Bessie knuckling it forward out of the zone. Bouncing puck is loose at center ice. Collected by Minnesota. Here they're coming around. Reversing the ice quick as Minnesota goes for line change. Poke check by Bessie. And sent across, intercepted by Carter here by from Minnesota. And Carter sends it in deep. Down in front of the goaltender. Carter's going to come in and fish it, or put pressure on it. And with 6:22 to go, we're going to get a whistle here. Face off just inside the zone. Mission completes the line change. It's going to be Chuck, Carter, and Chalberg. Your blue liners are going to be Roth and Warrington. Face off to the right wing circle. Chuck in the slot. Chalberg around the hash marks. And both centers get tossed for girls encroaching the circle. Charlie on your face-off now. Charlie sends one back to Roth. Roth, left point, backhands into the left wing corner. And it's picked up by Minnesota, cut off by Charlie. She's going to pull back out of zone. She has to regroup. Drops it back to Warrington. Warrington right in front of us now, cutting across center ice, sends it in up deep, and it's picked up by Hare. Hare, right hash mark, Chalberg in the slot. Hare fires a shot, saved by the goaltender. No rebound given. And with 6:03 to go here in the third, another offensive zone face-off for the Green Machine. Your lineup stays the same. And Carter gets tossed. Charlie encroaching the circle now. Charlie on your face-off, wins it back to Warrington. Warrington over to Chuck. Chuck's got Chalberg down in the corner. Chalberg cuts it off. Puck brings off here to the far side. It's Carter Hare going to work on the forecheck. And here comes Minnesota breaking up the ice 3-on-2. Carter and Chuck back checking. Swing and a miss by Warrington. Puck goes inside the zone. Referee says they got a piece of it. It's Warrington, sends it off D-to-D for Roth. Roth in the right wing corner. Minnesota beats her to it. Sent back down low for Carter. Get out of the way, Stripes. Minnesota picks up the loose change. Here on the inside, left out, looking to fire a shot. Blocked by Roth. Picked up by Warrington. Warrington forward to Chalberg. Chalberg left hash marks now. Fishing it off the boards. Back in the hands of Warrington. Loose change collected by Carter. Knuckling it up in the air. It's Carter. Got Heflin on her left. Chipping it forward to Hef. Hef in the slot. Left hash marks coming around. Backhand fires a shot. Off the post. In behind the goal line it goes. And here comes Minnesota here on the near side. Cut off by Helen. Thrown out of zone. Here comes Minnesota. 2-on-2 in front of Roth and Warrington. Chris Cross Blue makes the move around. Warrington fires a shot. Saved by Laxton. On the far side, it's going to be Heflin on the hash marks. Picked up by Hef. Hef sends it over to Emma. It's Emma on a breakaway. Emma up the ice, top of the right circle, right hash marks, fires a shot right into the goaltender's glove and knocked down and picked in the left wing corner, cut off by Helen. Back in hands of Hankey. Hankey off the left post, couldn't get a handle on it. Here comes Helen Lane now. Helen trying to send it out towards Sell, intercepted by Minnesota, and here they're coming with 450. Monaco, Elena that is, coming and trying to pop it free. Sent between the legs of Sell, knocked down buffer skate, picked up by Bessie, sending it forward towards Hankey. It's Hankey, Helen, and Monaco. Hankey sending it forward, knocked down by Minnesota, kept in by Helen. Into the right hash marks, cut off by Monaco, thrown out, popped, knocked down by Sell at the blue line. Here comes Minnesota on a 2-on-1 with back checkers in front of Bessie. Sell getting all the way back now. Right hash marks firing, trying to fire a shot, blocked by Bessie. Kicked out of the zone, it's going to be Reeder swings on it and popped it free. Right in front of the penalty boxes now. Sauced across to the far side as Minnesota going D-to-D. It's Elena Monaco on the forecheck. They're coming across, Reeder forced her to go D-to-D. Bornhoff coming in, up the ice past Bessie. Well, Bessie with the quick stick there. Popped it free as the girl from Minnesota had the position on there. If she wouldn't have got a stick on that, that would have been a breakaway for the orange team. And down behind the net, picked up by the goaltender, backhanded in by Sarah Reeder as the goaltender made a play on it and lost it off her stick. Here it comes, goaltender comes in, she popped it free and knocked off of the, I don't know what it knocked off of, but the puck headed towards Reeder. And with 4:04 to go here in the third, Sarah gets on the board with a goal. And it's 5-1, folks. And Mission completes the line change. Your lineup now is going to be Monaco, along with Reeder and Bornhoff. Your blue liners going to Rosen and G. Minnesota winning the faceoff. Monaco's going to take her in the right wing corner. Poke checked it free and rubs her off the puck. Down behind the goal line. Reeder coming in for support. Monaco blew a tire. Minnesota sends it out to the high right point. Here comes Elena to block the shot. Blocked off Elena. Kicked by Bornhoff. All the way up to the right hash marks. Monaco sends one up off the boards towards Reeder. It's Reeder and Bornhoff to the 2-on-1. Up front for Headman for Bornhoff. Bornhoff, right slot, top of the right circle. Sends it over to Reeder, looking for the shot off the shin guards of the defenseman. Minnesota coming in. Here comes Chalberg, and then here comes Minnesota out of zone. It's a 1-on-2 in front of G and Rosen. Taking it wide left in front of Rosen. Rosen gets in front of her, popped it free for G. Knocked up a G skate in the left wing corner. Gianna puts a body on it, knocked it free once again. Loose change collected by Bornhoff. Bornhoff up to Chalberg, thrown away, and just out the reaching hands of Chalberg. That's going to be an icing. And we're going to bring that one all the way back. 3:19 to go here in the third. And Mission completes the line change. Your lineup now is Chalberg, Dunford, and Sophia Monaco. It's going to be Roth and Warrington on the blue line. Monaco on the boards, Chalberg and Roth in the slot, Warrington down in the corner. Dunford on your faceoff, tied up by Minnesota, looking at the quick shot off. Warrington steps in, coming out to the left point, knocked down left corner. Off of the stick of Warrington, kicked up by Dunford, over to Sophia. Sophia pushing it up the ice, backhands it over to Chalberg. Over her stick it goes, out into the zone, and it's going to be picked up by Minnesota, cut off by Chalberg. Coming in is Dunford, sauced off a Dunford stick, picked up by Roth. Roth at center ice, sends it over to Sophia. Sophia makes the move to the sends it up the ice for Dunford, off for Dunford stick. Past Monaco, here they're coming the other way. And with 2:53 to go, Minnesota enters the zone right in front of Roth. Firing a shot blocked by Warrington into the left wing corner, picked up by Tate. Tate bounces the puck over to Chalberg. Chalberg in the right wing corner, back in the hands of Roth. Monaco was looking to fly the zone. They're looking for the long stretch pass and was cut off by Minnesota. Couldn't get to it. Out to the right point. Coming on is Dunford now. Thrown right back in the corner. Cut out the hash marks. Picked up by Chalberg. And it's going to be Sophia Monaco on a break. It's Sophia. End of the slot. Left hash marks. Comes in. Fires a shot. Saved by the goaltender. Back behind the net. Sophia blew a tire. Down the left wing corner. Cut off by Chuck. Chuck's got Monaco on the back door. Charlie in the left wing corner. Monaco high slot. Over to Carter. Carter top of the left circle. Curling around. She's got Monaco back door. Out to the inside left hash marks coming in. It's cut off by Sell. Sell top of the left circle. Makes the move to fire the shot. Back in the hands of Carter. Poke check by Minnesota. Sell hangs onto it. Fires one forward. Knocked down by the goaltender Charlie. Charlie behind the net. Curling back around. 30 pass for Pazin on the front door. Couldn't get to it. Minnesota knocked it away. Here they're coming in a 3-on-2 in front of Bessie and Sell. Cut off by Carter here now. And the inside position, Minnesota 1-on-1 in front of Sell. Looking to poke toe drag around her. Firing a shot blocked by Bessie and Sell as that puck was loose. Picked off by Minnesota. And 1:46 remaining here in the game. Carter here along with Pazin forechecking it and sent it here towards Bessie. Bessie up to Carter. Carter trying to split the D, and Minnesota picks her pocket. Pazin swings on it, forced her to cut back down inside her own zone. Minnesota picks up the loose change, and they're coming the other way. Half swing and a miss on the outside in front of Sell now. Sell poke check to Freed. Minnesota picks up the loose change. They fill the lane. High right hash marks. Good back check by Carter, and picked up by Pazin. Pazin over to Half. Half across blue line and into the center ice, and knocked down by Minnesota in front of their own zone. Picked up by Helen Lane, top left circle, left hash marks, fires a shot. Blocker saved by the goaltender. She's going to cover it, and we're going to get a whistle with 1:13 remaining here in this game. Your lineup now is going to be Triple H, Hef, Helen, and Hankey from left to right. It's Rosen and G on D. Monaco creeping in hard. They're on top of the left circle from the defensive position. Face-off won by Minnesota. They go D to D. Out past Hankey. Here they're coming up the ice for 3-on-2. Rosen picks it off. Fires a shot. Off the glove in the right corner it goes. Then knocked down by the Minnesota D. Hankey going to work down behind the goal line there in the right wing corner. Cut off by Rosen. Puck is loose here and trickling all the way down. It's going to be Gianna in a one-on-one battle here. And Gianna sends it up the ice for Helen out towards Heflin. Half in front of the Mission benches, trying to touch it forward towards Helen. 48 seconds to go, and the battle ensues along the Mission boards. Right in front, sent inside the zone for G. G chips it out to Helen. Helen makes a little move around it, chips it up here to center ice. Helen in battling out, kicking it to herself. Helen across the blue line now to center ice, and sends it in deep. 35 seconds to go, back into the corner for Elena. Elena clearing around from left to right. She's got Rosen on the devil's door. Monaco goes back to the left side now. Patiently waits, cuts back down low. It's Monaco putting on a clinic behind the net there with 25 seconds as she hangs on to the puck. High left point. Gianna knocks it on in the air in the slot for Minnesota, cut off by Elena. Coming out the other way, and Minnesota looking to regroup left to right. Breakout pass past Bornhoff. Touch forward on the other side of Reeder, and it's going to be Elena Monaco at speed coming back on the outside. Rosen's going to force her to go wide left. Coming in left hash marks. Nice play by Rosen. Rosen takes her down with 4 seconds to go. It's going to be Gianna up the ice for Elena. Elena sends it across to Bornhoff, and that sound is the end of the game. So your final score here at Capitol Ice Arena, the Chicago Mission 5 and Minnesota 1-0 as we head over to Rocky's recap, folks, and give you the lowdown. I wish The Rock was here. Hasn't been around in a while. We could use my color guide. So for Minnesota 1, the home team, their lone goal scored by number 19 in the second period. It was a 5-on-3 power play goal at 3:13. And their lone penalty, high sticking for number 11 in the third period at 9:39. For the visiting Chicago Mission, 3 penalties on the board. Lyric Bessie picks up 2 of them. 2 in the second period for roughing and tripping at 10 minutes and 3:41 respectively. And the 65-pound Ninja Assassin went to the box at 4:40 in the second for tripping as well. Goals scored by the Chicago Missions. Charlie Prodell at 13-12 in the second period. Elena Monaco, the one-man wrecking crew, on the board at 12:19 in the second. And Alexis Bornhoff also in the second period, 11:26. Third period goals scored by Helen Lane at 14:31 and Sarah Reeder at 4:04. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast, and we definitely like the results of that one. We will see you here at 1:10 this afternoon, same side of the ice, I believe, at Rink A. So hope this was a good broadcast for you all. Go get some breakfast and a cup of coffee, and we'll see you soon, folks. Thanks for watching.